To be a star, you must shine your own light, follow your own path, and don't worry about darkness. For that is when the stars shine brightest. A very, very good afternoon to all the dignitaries and the attendees. I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to all presented here. This is your host Banu Shahini and would like to welcome you all with great immense joy back to yet another session that has been organized by SEMS Welfare Foundation. SEMS Welfare Foundation is not for profit entity established to work in the areas of education, social welfare, women empowerment, skill development, entrepreneurship, and livelihood generation, etc. SEMS Group has conducted various international conferences, seminars, workshops, and webinars in emerging technologies in various parts of India and has an active network of 3,000 plus engineers, managers, researchers, etc. Digisaksham is also another initiative of SAM's group and has also conducted more than 100 webinars, 10 FPPS and workshops, and 6 international conferences. As I proceed further, I would like to introduce the topic for today's webinar, that is how the IT industry changes for freshers, which shall be presented by Lakshmi Pitambaram ma'am. IT industry or IT technology can be found everywhere nowadays, and it has been altering and evolving at a rapid pace. The COVID 19 pandemic has altered the way we live as well as the way businesses operate. IT organizations are known not only for their work cultures but also for their societal and economic benefits. Because of their services, we may now enjoy the majority of technological and electrical products. I am profusely ecstatic to have our guest speaker, Lakshmi Pitambaram ma'am, joining us today. She is an international HR speaker carrying all industry domain expertise. She carry a work exposure as HR manager cum administration head for government projects, central projects, and state projects in India. She is also engaged in roles and responsibilities to hire disabled students by providing them a life to grow with flying colors. And she is working with top structure skill centers associated with FMCG, automobile, retail, logistic, healthcare, and warehouse industries. The world is full of diamonds and gems, and we are having one of them here today to build this event. With this note, I would like to give my heartiest welcome to our guest speaker, Lakshmi Pitambaram ma'am, with a big round of applause.
So thank you so much for the warm welcome from the SEMS Foundation. And as a guest speaker, it's my second opportunity to be with all of you. And I'm so glad to meet you all from, so many participants, so much love, so much care. And as a speaker, again, I've been here with you all. So it's my pleasure. Thank you so much for the concern. And I know today's topic is too much interesting that everybody wants to have that. And apart from this, this is something which is very innovative, which is very useful for the future part of the each of the members who are present over here, each of the participants who are present over here. So it is something which is, carries to build a path to the success of the life as well. So we'll start with the topic like how, the industry changes for the freshers, what is the impact of IT industry. We'll move on that. Basically, the meaning of IT technology that has been changed inception, right? So initially, the information technologies are considered with the computer systems, modern equipment techniques. Apart from this, it came from the new generation, new heights as well. Due to the COVID, also many people knows that what exactly being taken care, what the changes are being done, what transformations are taking place. So all these things are carrying a very important part right now. As per the changes are coming to the industry, they have a passing years, billions of things are with the profit of the organization. If we talk about the GDP of India, see, all these things are being changed forthcoming years. So this, therefore, the entire career in IT is too much different and profitable right now. So time to time, the changes varies for the industry. Competitive pay packages are there. So different things are coming up. So for our freshers, it is very important to know that how they are changing their criteria as per the technological changes. That is very important concern. First part will be the research, like how you people are doing the research. That is very important. If you are new to the industry, many of the people are freshers, they are unknown about the facts, they are unknown about the changes. So they must be knowing about that, what are the changes coming. That adoption of the changes are very important. Through that, we have to do the research. That will be the first step which you have to take care. Because to get an IT industry, get into that that sector, it is not an easy factor. So for that, someone, it is research that makes them help to understand what are the current technologies, current IT professional skills which are being taken care. The first step is to know when you want to get a job or when you want to get into the IT sector, what are the researches you have to do? What are the technological changes are coming? So that is very important aspect. So see, this second will be the honoring skills, which is very important to know that productivity, how your employers are helping up, how you are facing the challenges of success, how we are moving to the IT domain. So these educate skills for honoring are very important because nowadays changes are too much that we are unable to have that, that skill. So that is very important to have that presentability. So the main concern due to the vast technological changes, it is very important to have that technological, that aspect should be carried out. Third is the completing education. What kind of education are being completed? How the things are being completed in the IT sector. So these parameters carry a huge way to move a transformation. Fourth is coming to the gaining experiences. How you are gaining the experience. If you are a baby to a new industry, how you are taking care of yourself within the period, those who have completed the life cycle in the industry itself, understanding their experiences, understanding their more competencies which they are into. So all those things are very important to know. For an entry level person as a fresher, for a the mediocre, or you can say a person who is on the high level professional also, it is very important to know how they are taking care of the things, how you are taking a entry level things on a move ahead. So these parameters like research, honoring the skills, completing the education, having the gaining experience. The most important part is gaining the experience. It is not easy to understand. The transformations are coming day by day. Things are getting changes day by day. To understand such knowledge, it is very important to have that transformation. Because today, if you're seeing the things or working on some of the particular softwares, it will not help you for a long term, right? So it is very important to have that conceit because this is a topic some which if I taken into care of any presentation also it will not clear upon, right? So this is something which is I can make understand with the examples and we talk to you all participants because if I show something and just say nobody will understand. If I'm telling, if I'm making understand with the things that will make a clear impact on the people, right? So that's why this IT industry is completely a big head where we can move a long-term goals. Coming to the freshers, they have to know what are the typical job areas, what are the criteria, what are the challenges they have to face before entering to an industry. Many of the fresher people ask me, many of the even experienced people ask me that, ma'am, what are the jobs we can avail for, this IT industry? Because IT industry is somewhere where you have can show your interest in. So that is very, very important to know. So it is like having jobs like IT assistant or a IT associate or as an analyst role, system analyst role, network associate. So these are some of the entry level jobs where a freshers can go through and have their work monotony to be performed. So it is very important to have that session. If a person who is going for a IT job, he is fresher and he don't know what kind of job he has to avail, he is not doing a proper research, it is very difficult to get into that. Definitely he will get a less package job, definitely he will not understand the job descriptions also. So it is very important to have a research work which creates you because technological things changes day by day, so it will not easy to have that, that scenario. Everybody can understand, we all are human beings, we all can have our timelines, foundations, but we should know what are the criteria to be there, what are the things to be learned. Because technical skills for the freshers to excel their job is very important because there are skilled persons, there are unskilled persons. So it is not easy that everybody become a master, right? So in such kind of scenarios, it is very important to have that wordings of the people to understand the descriptions, to understand the varieties of changes. It can create a impact. Whether you are going for any interview, whether you are facing any kind of challenges, you should have that confidence in you that wherever you speak or wherever you say, you must have that importance to speak and to understand. If I'm talking about particularly a data administrator job, okay, for a fresher, they are new to the industry, they don't know what are the changes are being. They should sit and speak, they are unknown about the changes, right? So it has an impact about the things. It should take an impact about the certifications. Many certifications are also being important to have this scenario, because you never know what are the skills, and the upgrading techniques are coming day by day on the next level. There are many, if I talk about the certifications are too much in our IT industries, right? So it is not excelling, everybody can take that. It is very important to have that. So that kind of situation scenarios are very, you can say a situation where candidates can grasp the things. Even though in this scenario we have that the GDPs, apart from this, the changes in the different eras are going to take. So these things of job eras, apart from this, the researches, it is very important to have to excel the job in different communities. So even now we talk about the 10 trending technologies which we have in the IT professional should know. Every IT professional must be, the people those who are listening to me, they have many of the questions, but I want to tell there are some 10 trending technologies in IT professional should everybody should know. First one is the artificial intelligence and the machine learning. It is too much high. As we talk about, artificial intelligence and machine learning is nowadays a boom. Then we come into the point of a cloud computing, is second trending technologies for the IT professionals. Third, we have the data science and the data analytics. Fourth, we have the programming languages. Many people like opt for the IT courses, so they go for the programming languages, right? So then we have the cyber security. Fifth, we have the mobile application development. So different profiles are the different segregated jobs. These are the trending technologies which I'm telling about the IT professionals should have. And the people, those are freshers, they can also opt for it. Then we have the networking. Then we have virtual reality, IT support. Nowadays, everything is based on the internet. Today you are seeing something, tomorrow you can have the changes, you can expect the changes. We cannot say that things will remain stay forever, right? So on the basis of that, these things are very important. As the age of information, as we say, IoT is what? Basically, a age of information where we get a pool. Nowadays, people are not dependent upon hard work. Smart work are being carried forward. So for this era, it is very important to know the trending technologies of the job aspects. If we are particularly talking about any IT specific skills, these technologies are very important. If you are going to any of the IT firm, if you are having the software knowledge, you can be expect for that software trending as well. So these application developments, these things are very important to know. And IT is something which is an ever growing industry. This pandemic has changed so many things. So in this, they have a dynamics of employment. Many people lost their job. Many people are coming to like they have no options. So such kind of scenario, pandemic has changed. When it has been getting right now, also there is a pandemic is going on, but still there are this versatility and apart from this controlling part which we can have an access. But IT sector today presents a different type job market with the countless opportunities, I must say, because many people don't know about the research work, don't know about the technology, so they are unaware about the things. Therefore, they faces a problem, they faces a challenge. If they have a proper research work, if they know what exactly being into, what are the things to be changed out, so it will carry a main dimension. So these hiring bounces, which we say in the terms of HR, I must say, IT sector today has become a boom. Apart from this, attractive packages are being given to the freshers. Apart, they have a knowledge of good software development. So these skills are very important. Even right from the if we say if I'm taking an interview with any of the candidates, they face the challenges also. We used to support them by saying that these are the skills which meet your qualification. Rest are the qualifications which are not up to the mark. So such kind of things make the candidates also or the fresher people also to jump into a higher scale package. So different certifications, different skills, different specifications. These are very important. IT is something which we cannot expect, as a demand grows like that. It's a kind of a thing which we also expect that these are the changes, these are the technologies, because it is a growing and fastest industry where we can have that knowledge. Without knowledge, if we say, and if research is all not done, because it is something which an endless talk, which I say, the topic which is given, that is an endless talk. It is not something that you are listening or something being shown. It is something which practically people has to understand, because right now the higher need of new age skills are coming. I talked about the artificial intelligence and the machine learning, right? All comes under the data science, cyber security. These new age technologies, after a period of experimentation, it is very important because the Indian Staffing Federation has also highlighted this about the evolution of a data science, cloud computing, information security, and blockchain. Because this becomes a key parameters right nowadays for hiring the candidates, hiring the freshers in the each IT industry. If you see the organization size, organization chart also, these things are most organized and evolved. So this era is very important where we talk about that what are the hiring new age skills. Basically, the freshers are the one who are put it into all these roles to understand because all are technological aspects. If a person does not know how to operate the software, if a person does not know how to speak about that software or not having a knowledge, they can unable to operate it. That if they are taking or gaining an experience from the experienced IT person, then it will be a chance for them to understand and grow apart. So like that new age skills, many new things are coming. Secondly, emerging demand. There is a huge demand for freshers for the IT. Because I'll tell you, since the latest most expensive companies now, moving towards the freshers to hire because the demand and the attrition rate are more as we look into the industry challenges. Because salary inflation for as we compare about the India, the salary inflation percentage become also 7% for the IT jobs, particularly for the IT jobs. Even for the freshers, if I talk about that sector, if the people are alone, they are into the entry level jobs of the IT, 31% will be the inflation rate. So such kind of rates are also being considered for the demand of freshers. Many people work for 2 months, 3 months, they say it's a hard job, we want to put into our, skills into that. But that is an effort based less. Without learning, without taking an experience, you cannot say that you are a perfect person. If you go to another industry, if you jump to another industry also, that will be your career lack. You will not get a, that what we get stability. Stability is a very important thing. Whosoever the freshers or the experienced person, if they have a knowledge, they have a capability. If you particularly done a course, some people are used to say, as an example, I want to quote, many people after doing BTech, they will go for an MBA. I can't understand why these things will happen. As an example, I'm telling because if you are opting for a course of this machine learning, if you're opting for a course of a technological aspect, how you can expect that you will be expert in the masters? If you want to do MBA, why you then BTech? Then you should go for that management level course, right? So that particular course has to be online because that alignment of course is very important. If somebody is doing BCom and then saying that I'm going for MBA, it is a wasteless effort from the freshers, I must say. Because after doing BCom, MCom, you are going for MBA. What you will learn in MBA? The basic steps for the MBA you will learn from the management course, which is BBA, right? In BBA, you will understand what are the inflation, what are the economics, all these things will be there. But still, you should also understand the parameters, how it has to be done. If you want to go for some another jumping your career into one node to another, what you will understand, what career in future you will opt. That is the main, grasping question we can ask. If you want to be com, if you want to do MCom, then you should go for the course like that only. Why you are opting for a management course and even you don't know ABCD about the management course, right? So this is very important if you're particularly taking any of the steps. Even mostly people do IT courses, then they will come and join and doing the job of a management. I see many of the professionals like that, even though they have a less knowledge of the management. If you have that particular thing, you should go like that, right? So it is very important. Hiring. There is something which is hiring beyond the geography because as I told, there is a high need of new age skills, emerging demand for freshers are there in India. So hiring beyond the geographies is also one of the part. Many of the people in if you look at the sector-wise IT ratios, there are the remote and hybrid models of working for the helping the companies to explore the talent. New talent people are there in different geographical boundaries. Many of the people with the very good packages, they are going and moving in the IT sector from one place to another because of the high package inflation. Because some projects, if we are doing also in the IT, we'll get a package like that as per the experiences. So such kind of opportunities are very great in that, where the employees have been exploring their idea, working with a company in abroad or you can say in India, they're exchanging their ideas with them. So that all rise is a pool of talent where we are benefiting with the organization plus the skills of the employees. And what is the latest trend in IT industry? If I'll ask, many of the participants will not be knowing that. I'll tell the latest trends in the IT is a cloud computing job, which are a rise right now because as companies switch to the cloud solutions, according to the famous quote is there from Gartner, which he has told that the growing skills of the projects in the IT are right now 17.3% in this year and expected to become a driving force for service capabilities of companies by this year 2022. It is just a percentage of 17.3%, but rest are like that main important things which has to be taken care of. And even a person with a healthy background into the IT industries can program very well if they are having that skills. They know the certification. There are too many certifications in IT, right? So in such kind of certifications and scenarios, they are able to drive a healthy a competition with the growing firms. That is also been important. Next, come to the level of a machine learning, which I told. It's an another emerging technology of a machine learning, which essentially many of the students, I think from the BTech level itself, people are opting for this machine learning courses, which are being owned and analyzed by data tracking and representing the patterns, how it is. It is a huge course. Even for the robotic learnings is also there right nowadays. So all for these, the machine learnings are affecting the industries in a very day-to-day, interactions are there because social media interactions, machine learning also changing a way of companies, right? So business with customers. So such kind of things are very, emerging right now. Mobile application development. If a person know how to do a mobile application, he become a right now mobile application developer. Like such kind of even the coding is also there, even the skills are there. They are expert in their they are master in their work areas. That is there. Then comes the most important, which is cognitive technology. Like is a same as we call cognitive technology is something which is a machine learning, which can also be considered, as a broader concept. For example, the cognitive technology is kind of an umbrella. It includes the natural language processing. That is very important. If we are going to any of the industry and we are having that option to carry forward with the organization with a combined combination of a software and the combined combination of a technological, if I say, okay, so it becomes a cognitive technology where previously what people done as per that analytics and research are being taken forward. Okay, how it is affecting the industry is a different question because a broad range of applications are coming day by day to the IT firms. One of the industry most affected with the trend initially will be software sectors. These are the affecting trends are there which are very important as per the experiences because using a data having right now a cyber security data is something which is very confidential. For these also many language courses are there. Many of the people are opting for hacking system is also there. I know many of them must be people are knowing about that as well because some courses are there. It is very important. Right now your information are being passed and transferred even in the social media also we have a private security and this this things are being taken care. So it is very important to understand these things because different technology, different variety of things are being taken care nowadays. So it is very important to have such a scenario where people should understand and have a good research because technological trends, things, inflation rates, GDP, everything will change. But the demand of the new skills will be day by day. It will occur. Keeping in the computing areas, eras, it will take that beyond the geography because something which is not done as a research part if we are doing then that is not up to the mark. We have our competencies. Many people say that I don't know, I don't have understand of IT, I can't do IT job. Every profession in the human resource profession in the particular IT department we have different segregation of the departments as well. In this era technological advanced changes researches are very important. If we don't know about that it is very difficult to taking care of it, right? So if I ask somebody that what do you mean by network associate, many of the people will not knowing. They will be wondering what is exactly network associate. When you are having going for a job, the question will be asked by the HR that what do you understand by this term? They are gone. They are not understanding. So before coming anything, as we know, I want to give one very good example. Everybody, when new mobile is coming, all knows that what mobile is coming, what is the rate of that. Everybody wants to purchase it, right? Everybody wants to know that, yeah, what is the features? I want to purchase that mobile. But can anybody take an interest to learn like such technologies, which I told about the technologies today, machine learning, artificial. Can it, only 2 or 3% will take a hard work to know about these things, right? When something is coming, if I'm talking about something very seriously, I'll tell you, if somebody wants to have something come new in the market, oh, that is very trending, we should go and purchase it. On the same day, we will make a money and go and purchase that. That is the wish to be fulfilled. But in the coming background of education, can anybody take a time and do the research or the knowledge work which is being carried forward, right? So this is the difference. So if you are doing anything, technological aspects or the skill aspects, you must understand, go through the depth. That is very important, because if you are not having that depth, if you are not having that experience, ultimately freshers have to learn. See, so it is very important to go with the things in depth. If you are not going with depth, it is very difficult, coordinate or having, such kind of scenarios to be carried forward. So these things are very, many people ask that why we are getting so much less package. We are having too much experience. We have done these projects. But if your knowledge and skills is not up to the mark, how you can blame company also that they are not providing a package which you are expecting? As an example, I'm telling, not quoting for everybody. Okay. So I just want to tell you that it is very important aspect. I could have shown the PPT also, but I didn't get in time for that. It is something which we have to, explain in such a level. But due to the time span and less shortage of time span, I have not shared. But the things which I need to understand. If I show PPT also, many people will take it forward and, just go to 2 days, they will be, okay, yeah, we will do like that. But no, you have to make yourself as a research person all the time. Then only each and everything will be understood. If I'm saying also, many people have many doubts, many people have things on their mind. But acknowledging those things, will it be possible? If I give the solution, how you can tell me that yes, ma'am, I'll do that and I'll prepare myself like that for a long time? Can anybody have that guts and tell me that I can do it? No, because all are busy with their life. They don't have time span. We all are human beings. We all have different time span. It is not easy for us to cope up with the time, but taking a time, initiating with the time is very important thing. For this IT industry, it is something which is a vast domain, and vast doors are open for each of the, not even for freshers, people, those who are experienced, for them as well. It is very important. So it is something where you can, gain the, again I'm saying, from your executive level to from your, managerial level, you will get something in high note, which are very, very important. And, that is makes a perfect person for your goals. Many people have goals that I want to become a CEO, I want to open my IT industry, I want to open my, this IT projects I want to work on, I have to take this. So for this, research work is very important. You must be aware about that. What is the current trend? What are the rates going on? What are the tasks being performed? How that task technologies has been, and what are the technological changes which you have to adopt? That is the most important concern which you have to taking care of it. So it is very, very important. It's not an easy task, easy going, which we say. IT is not an easy going thing at all. So it is something where you have to clear and boost your mind. You have to be prepared. Anytime anything can happen, you should prepare yourself. Yes, I have the options. And never depend, because you don't know today's technology will make you a hit on next day. So that hit will not come to you. That is very important. So these are these particular things. The knowledge about something. Many of the people don't know what is data science. If I say data science is something which is well versed in technology with the different methods of techniques and understandability. Courses people do for C++, Java, Python, etc. Does anybody know the use of the C++, Java? Is there been carried forward for that? What are the jobs available in the market? Anybody knows? So these things are very, very important to understand before going into any of the job. If you want to do a IT administrator job also, you must know the skills and the perfect areas. What are the techniques to be understand? If you are going for a system analytics job, then also you must know what are the projects being taken care of. The companies, like n number of companies are there, but making your career as a challenge is in your hands. So for this, the new variety technological trends are very, very important. That's why the people for going for the hiring, if I say we are taking the candidate from India, abroad, both, for hiring beyond the geography, which is very, very passionate. Many of the people tell that, yeah, I'm getting this package of jobs on a start basis. Many people say that I'm not getting a job even for the what I'm expecting. That level or that criteria is not meeting. That is because you have something which is lagging in your side only. It is not like that you are just having all the knowledge and going and saying no. It's not like, and you cannot blame for that anybody else for your research work not done properly. So these some factors are very important. New technological changes, new vast areas are making a candidate perfect. Every fresher, I must give a suggestion to everybody before going through for any of the job or before going for any of the analytical changes. Please check the do your research work properly. Apart from this, you have to highlight your needs. That is very important, because these is something, IT is something where we cannot close the doors on a 20 for a short span of a time. So it is something which is very vast, and it can be discussed on a discussed with a very serious concern and factor, so which cannot be an endless talk at all. Nowadays technological changes are too much that people are happy to accept. Digital marketing is something which many people wants to having an interest to become into that, to get into that industry. There are affiliate marketing business models are there. Apart from this, different kind of business models, these software systems are there, project systems are there. So different business ideas, business opportunities are also being opened through all the IT channels. So it is something where you have to do your Internet of Things, which we say. Only googling it out is not a concern. Just making an understand is a very important part. If you just Google it, oh, this is the thing, fine. We will not make an understandability zero for this. So it is very important that people, those who are listening to me, to understand each and everything, each and every aspect, each if the certifications are there, every profile. If I want to hire one project manager for particular project, I will take a candidate for the certification level. He or she has done the certification like PMP. I'll choose like that. So such certifications are also mandatory. Many people think why we do this certification, what is the use in future? There is a use if you are going with the industry. Suppose I'm taking about the industries like IT. I'm taking the industries like manufacturing. For there, if the people is having 10 to 15 years experience or 5 to 6 years experience, if they have done that particular certification, they are able to find it. Many people, although, will say that without certification also we can do, but the learning and knowledge will be less. You are not going towards. Everybody wants to become from executive to manager or a head in the organization. That is the goal when they are joining a company. Am I right? Right. So on this situation, it is very important that you should make yourself with that concern. If it is not there, then it will be like just in the middle, just earning something for a something. That's it. Only for a few times for making your needs. There are the people like that also. I'm not saying that, but goal is very important in life. If you are reaching anywhere, IT is something where you can master yourself with the business ideas, with the technological ideas. You can even own your own firms as well. It is a kind of India, like it's a vast experience era that you can make yourself a master. So it is something which is being taken care for all the emerging trends. For the freshers, it is a demanding fact because companies are growing nowadays. As I told, the inflation rates are also there. For the entry level jobs, also the IT sector is alone offering a 31%. That is very important. And in Indian companies, which I talk about hiring for freshers, they are having that parameters also. So different sectoring jobs are there. The associates are also there. So network associates thing and the system analytics, these things are very important in the top structured skills of the IT. It is where we can have a complete whole scenario for the experience level, which have the talent and pool. Many of the freshers must be not knowing many of the skills which I have been told. Those who are listening to me very patiently and carefully, they must be knowing few of the technological trends also. So as I told, that the eagerness you show to buy some good products, or the goal you have to buy some new products, you should have that in the skills of IT when with the research work, which all things associated with that only. If you think that I will do this, I will have these technological skills, I can impact it, everybody can do. But making yourself masters as a point of this is something where you are making yourself having an effort. Putting an effort is very important, and doing a hard work, I will not say hard work also matters, but nowadays smart work matters, because there is a difference between hard work and smart work. Everybody knows that. So if you want to become a hard work, You can, but right now, if you are dealing with many of the corporates, big corporates, it is very important that you should have that, high level skills of efficiency. So for effectiveness and efficiently, your work has to carry it over with a good parameters, which are very important. So the participants, those who are listening to me, they can understand, they can go in a depth. If before asking to the levels of the queries with anybody, or querying with any of the industries, you must know about that. Then only you can, preferable choice of interest you can make it. So these are the emerging currenting trends, technological trends, which I have been told that is very important, because these things are making, IT on a very technological way. Before working to an industry, is how things are getting affected. As I told about machine learning, I think many of the people are assured about this, and how machine learning is affecting the industries, right? As I told, there is a cognitive technologies with a range of applications where IT industries are affected with the software technologies. Many people here must be knowing that what is HRMS software, but many people not knowing what is ERP. There is a difference between both, right? Many people know that what is system analytics. Many people don't know about that as well. Okay, so that software, Zeta software, many people know about it, many people don't know about the what is Zeta software, right? So they have not worked on that. So these technologies, if a person is working on HRMS, will say that I'll work on that. If the company is demanding to work on a Zeta software, will you be able to cope up with or not? You have to do it, no? If company is removing the technologies, you have to gel with the new technological trend, right? So that is a very important concern, like how the industries are being affected, and automatically how the things have been taken care. So these are the most important and effective way of having the emerging technologies with the industrial lines. So these are a glimpse which I told. It's not a completely which I told you. Something is in this industry as a IT is not a short or small span which has to be taken care. Okay, so it is something which I could have shown. I love to show the presentation, due to the less availability of time. I could have show that, but it is something where I can make you all understand about this trend, how the industry works, what are the challenges you will face, what are the parameters you need to take care of it, what are the solutions you have to bring up your, and always remember, don't go with the problems, always come with the solution. You all problems have, you people always have all problem solutions with you, but nobody wants to work on it. Many people say, may that I am facing this problem, why should I, why you are depending on others? If you know that that problem is affecting you, you should have solution for that, then bring up with the concerned person. So like that the transformation takes, like that the technological changes come. The same way I want to, as a small era, I want to conclude it, because I don't want to go in that many people listen, many people will not understand. If I show to the PPT also, the concern is that many people will not understand what is the community, what is the basis which we are taking care of it. So that emerging trends will not be understand. It is something where you will go and experiment yourself. Experimenting things is very important. And I want to conclude with one thing, that as a pay scales, if I'm talking about, it is for the freshers basically, the demand of skilled IT professional on the rise. And this is the reason why IT companies are also offering a competitive pay packages to the freshers. Okay, that is up to believe on 3 lakh to 6 lakh, which is the pay package to the freshers, depend upon the projects which we are taking care of it. That concerns are very, very important, because many people say that I'm getting a very less package, I'm not having these packages at all, why I'm not getting it. So I want to tell you that these are very important things. As a fresher, you are having eligibility to have a 3 to 6 lakh package as per Indian money, but you should have that skill, that certification, that contemplation of all these things, that makes you and creates you well, right? So any people, those who have that, because I told you there is a demand. Where is there? Where will there will be a demand? There will be high, high prospects and high career will be there. So high demand of new age skills are very important. So these emerging trends for freshers are very important. So just to have a look on the faces, what are the parameters, things you have to taking care of it. That is very important concern, which are to be taken care of. And the fresh level entries and the job level entries which I told, that are IT assistants, IT associates, is for the entry level jobs of IT. Those who are looking as a freshers, system analyst, network associate, database administrator. So there are ample of things in the. It is some few which I am quoting it out so that you all can have that this nourishing knowledge. And most important is gaining an experience, how you're trying. If you want to become an IT manager, you definitely will start your career as an IT executive, right? You should have educate experience and important to secure your good goals and jobs. And relevant course from the reputed university should be done. Many people will ask that if I'm not from a reputed university, will I get job or not? It's not like that. It's a concern if you have having a knowledge. If you can able to have your confidence level, you can definitely go through it. Some companies have their parameters that they will take from the candidates from the reputed universities as per the laws. That is not, we cannot change that. So these training sessions, high concerning sessions, or the curriculum which I say for the IT certification, it is very important. So make yourself aware about the things, which is very clearly I want to mention. Apart from this, the technical skills which you require to excel the job for the freshers is also very important. If you are not aware about the technological changes, if you are not aware about the changes in the percentage wise, it is very difficult. It's kind of it's a ball is given to you and it's up to you that how you want to play with that ball. It's a kind of a thing with a career which everybody uses. So these are the emerging trends. These are the IT challenges which freshers are facing, which has been told, and make to aware you all, which is very concerning.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was really a very informative and incredible session. Now we
Yeah.
have some participants with some query regarding the same. On the behalf, I would like to ask the question.
Yeah, definitely.
Ma'am, we have a question from Divyanjali. Can a person with health background get into IT industry? And if so, what are the programs they can opt?
Devanjali, first of all, you have to make ensure that what is the area you want to get into healthcare sector, because we have many open positions in healthcare sector. So if you are from a different particular background, first you have to understand which sector you want to go. Accordingly, you have to do the research and then only you can move forward. And there is a scope. It is not like that person has done this and this, they cannot go. If you want to change your line, definitely you can change it. It's up to your wish, but you have to make yourself with the understanding while presenting yourself in front of the HRs. You should have that particular knowledge that what is the current trends, what are the things you are opting for. Because if you are choosing a career, it is something. If you are choosing your career, it is for a long term. For the females, you can understand we have many problems in our life, right? But still, we should fight with that and we should go forward. That is very important. So many of the people, many of the females excel in their life with the good confidence. So you have to carry that confidence. That is very important. So you should have that what particular line you want to go, have a research on that, and definitely you can enter. It's not any, and depend upon industry also, what kind of industries you want to choose.
Ma'am, we have second question from her only. So what are the chances of getting hired by the top companies by a person with health background but certified on IT?
Okay. See, particularly I told you now that there are many certification courses are also there. If you want to particularly certify, there are programming language certifications are there. Apart from this, analyst certifications are there, which I told machine learning, artificial intelligence is one of the courses. Python is also one of the courses you can opt, and you can search the job according to their way. So there are the chances. It's not like that particular. Don't depend on that, but you should do that course. That is very important. If you're not doing that skills with your previous background is zero. If you are going with particularly with the top hired skills, you must be knowing that what are the criteria company is asking, what are the pay packages company is offering to provide. As a fresher, what are your technical skills that are matching with your criteria with the company. All these things you have to take care of it. Then only you can proceed further. And what are the languages which you are taking? If you want to go for a Java program, if you want to go for IT administrator role, you must understand the job description of the company and the company what exactly wants from the candidate. As per that, you can go for the courses and you can opt for a job. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. And we have another question from another candidate. Meanwhile, in some countries, IT has low salary. How can an IT graduate or student be successful in the future? Do they need to go to another country who pays high?
See, going for this migration role, I want to tell you very clearly. See, India is a very beautiful country. Even I also don't want to leave, but it's my choice that I have been come here. So the thing is that it is for the low packages and everything what you've been concerning. It all comes from the experience. If you have every company have an experience range. 1 to 5 years, this salary will be given. 5 to 6 years, this range of salary will be given to the employees. So if you have a good, if you want a top structured knowledge and the salary pay packages, associate with the good top IT industries, go with the project lines. After that project line, you can go to the, abroad countries for your further increment of the salaries. Because if you go to the abroad, also your Indian experience will not count it. I'm telling you, those who are listening to me, because we face these challenges. Many Indian people also come here because I'm giving this session from the UAE. So I want to tell you that Indian experience is something which is in India, it will be considerable. If you're going or moving to abroad, it will not be considerable. It is going to be, you have to start from the scratch. So you have to think, if you're getting a very good package in India itself, you can stay there. But if your choice is that you want to go to abroad, you should work in a project. Particularly, I'm talking about the IT industries. There are project work. So on that project, good companies send the employees to abroad. You can go through that way. That is very important. You can, opt for that way as well. That is a very good concern. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, ma'am, for making our doubts clear. The webinar was really very amazing. I would like to propose hearty vote of thanks to you, ma'am, for gracing today's webinar. Your
Thank you.
presence and wise word help magnify our cause in best possible ways.
Okay.
I hope all the participants learned a lot with this webinar. I would really like to thank you, ma'am, for giving us your valuable time, and I'm delighted to be the part of today's webinar.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to connect with you all, and your love and your care is giving. Even though I'm out of India, then also this much love I'm getting. I'm very, glad for that, and I'm very, thankful to God. I'm having too much good people to understand and make love and care to me. And again, it was nice interacting with everybody. I'll definitely say time difference is there in India and UAE. So I'll given a time to all of you. I'm feeling too much good because I know the condition here also. So time management is little bit difficult. So it's very important to have a time management. So on the basis of that, we can move further. So it's my pleasure to connect with you all, and the wonderful session you have organized here. So thank you so much, Bhanu. You have given us, a glimpse to added a value to this, complete seminar. Thank you so much.
Pleasure too, and it means a lot to us, ma'am.
Yeah, definitely.
A good event never ends in the world. They take only a pause and keep us awaiting for the next. All good things eventually end. I consider everyone as fortunate that they became a part of this webinar, which was full of knowledge and which makes difficult to say goodbye.